gorillas in the fucking scoop. Gonna pull up to the zoo.
Hey. Alright, man. So what's good, y'all? I'm back with another video, bro. And today we finna just get into this story time. This is my first story time on my channel. My bad for the Snapchat notifications. We got thotties blowing my phone. And we finna get into this story time. As y'all can tell by the title, yes, this is the story time. My house got robbed. Yes. And some important stuff I want y'all to know is that, yes, this is a real story. Another important thing I want y'all to know is this did not happen recently. This is something that happened years back when I was like a little, you know, I was probably like I'll give it a good 8 or something. You know, I was like in what, first grade or something when this happened. I could say it was about like 2008. But anyways, man, my house got robbed, bro. I lived in Chicago. I lived in Chicago my whole life. It was in Hyde Park. I live in an area called Hyde Park in Chicago, and it's not even a bad area, bro. Because some of you might think since my house got robbed, I live in a bad area. Anybody can rob a house. I mean, you don't have to live in a bad area to get your house vandalized. But anyways, man, yeah, I lived in Hyde Park. I live in like a mixed cultural neighborhood. I live with like whites, blacks, Mexicans. And this is what happened. So alright, so I was at school. So this was a regular weekday. I was at school. My mom was at work. You know, my little sister was at daycare. You know, she was young, I was little. My mom was, you know, we was out doing our thing. Forgot to tell y'all that my uncle lived in a condo that was on the ground floor, but we lived on the 3rd floor. So it was like we lived in the same building. So if it was something loud, like really loud in the building, but we both can hear it since we both live in the same building. My uncle had called my mom while she was at work and asked her, was she upstairs? Like, was she upstairs? Because he said he heard footsteps and the people on the 2nd floor wasn't there, but he heard footsteps, but he knew my mom had work and he knew I was at school. As the day goes past, so basically my mom tells him that, like, no, that's not me. Like, no, I wasn't walking up the stairs, or whatever the case may be. So basically they came out to the conclusion that he was just tweaking or whatever. He was just, you know, he just was talking. Now we on our way home, right? Alright, so we stopped to get something to eat. I think we stopped to get like pizza, going to condo, whatever it is. So we walking up the stairs, bro. I'm thinking I'm about to go home. I'm thinking that I'm about to do my homework, get on my PlayStation, because y'all know PlayStation was popping back then. You know, my mom, we booling. We walking up the stairs, right? So we open the door. When we first walked to the 3rd floor, everything was regular. But when we opened the door, so it's 2 locks on the door. We noticed that my mom always locks. She always locks it. She always locks both locks. So when she opened the door, she only had to unlock 1 lock. When she first opened the door, a picture was on the floor. So when you walk in, you turn right and it's a picture right in front of you though. So right then and there, my mom started screaming. I started, what's going on? You know, I'm little. I'm not thinking that somebody robbed the house. Like, what? So as soon as you walk in through the door, it's furniture on the right. It's like, all the dining room, the front room is on your right. So when we first walked past and saw the front room, bro, you couldn't even, it didn't.